It's really only a matter of time now until Forsberg moves Leguan into second place, right? Shush! What's with you? We're at home. Our home. We're not in some library somewhere. Why should I be quiet? I'm excited. Forsberg is about to pass David Leguan in goals. Shouldn't you be excited about it? Well, I thought, Johnny, since the ESPN Plus crew whispered almost the entire game, it seemed like, we should be whispering too to reflect that. Disregard Jersey Guy's request because everybody's hands go up, way up, as the Nashville Predators go into Seattle, Washington last night and defeat the Seattle Kraken by a score of 4-2. The Preds have now won 3 games in a row and are 6-3-1 in their last 10 games. On the back of a 33 save performance by All-Star UC Saros, the Preds overcome 2 one-goal deficits, and number 9 and number 95 add to their very respective scoring seasons thus far. The Preds are partaking in their first ever trip into Seattle, Washington, looking to exact some revenge against a team that they allowed to get their first ever franchise win against them back in Nashville in October. Saros for the Preds and Grubauer for the Kraken, coming up relatively strong early, making saves for their respective teams. Preds would get the first power play opportunity of this game when Vince Dunn hooks Cole Smith, but the Preds aren't able to convert. Then the Kraken would get their first opportunity of the game as Ekholm would go off for holding, and then the Preds do themselves no favors as right off the ensuing face-off, Matt Benning gets caught for tripping, and the Kraken would have a very lengthy 5-on-3. And more times than not, when you give a team a lengthy 5-on-3, they're going to capitalize, and that's exactly what the Kraken do 58 seconds into that 5-on-3, and Jared McCann makes it 1-0 Seattle. Fortunately for the Preds, they're able to kill off the remainder of the Matt Benning call, so no more damage done. With about 6.5 minutes left to go in the first, Yanni Gourde would get not one, but 2 great chances on the same breakaway to try and extend Seattle's lead, but Saros stops both of them. It almost appeared as if Seattle was going to get into the first intermission with that 1-0 lead. But Matt Benning, looking to atone for his penalty that led to the 5-on-3, has something to say about it. Innocent play in a Seattle zone with just under 25 seconds left to go in the first period. Matt Benning, off of a pass from his captain, gets the puck over to Luke Cunnin with a one-time blast, gets it through Grubauer's 5-hole, his 10th of the season, tying this game at 1 after the first. After the teams played the beginning of the second period 4-on-4 on penalties that had resulted from Vince Dunn punching Nick Cousins just after the tying Luke Cunnin goal, and Cousins embellishing it a little bit. The teams would trade chances on that 4-on-4, including a great chance by Calle Jarnkrok on his former goalie, but Saros stretches out just enough to keep it a 1-1 game. The teams would continue to trade chances through the next little bit of the game. Fast forward to about 7.5 left to go in the second period, and that's when the action would really pick up for both teams. First, you've got Yanni Gourde and Matt Benning tying it up in front of the Preds net. Yanni Gourde would go into the corner right behind Saros. Matt Benning would follow him, but unfortunately that leaves the front of the net wide open for Yanni Gourde to get him to Adam Larsson, who nobody is around to stop, and he beats Saros, giving the Kraken a lead again, now up 2-1. Remember me? Philip Forsberg behind UC Saros to his left, collects the loose puck, goes behind the net, carries it all by himself down the right wing board into the neutral zone, then into the Kraken zone, and nobody is challenging him, leaving Forsberg all by himself to just before the face-off circle to Grubauer's left, using Giordano as a screen, and he shoots it on net, pinpoint accuracy over Grubauer's right shoulder, stick side, into the net. It's tied at 2, and Forsberg is all calm as his teammates congratulate him, but I'm sure all of Preds Nation wanted him to take the Preds flag and plant it on the top of the Space Needle That goal is Forsberg's 21st goal of this season. He is now 11 goals away from tying famous number 11 on the Preds. Not current number 11, but number 11, first ever draft pick, David Legwand, and 12 away from passing Legwand for all-time Preds goal scorer. Over a minute later, after Forsberg's tying goal, the Preds keep pushing, and sparked by the energy of the herd line, you've got Tanner Jeannot in the Kraken zone to Grubauer's right, and he gets the puck over to Mattias Ekholm, and he has all day to carry the puck down the board behind the Kraken net. Nobody challenges him, and he comes up the other side to Grubauer's left and just tucks it in, wrap around, it's in. The Preds have their first lead of the game, up 3-2. Kraken with a great chance to tie it, under a minute left to go in the middle frame. Donkstoy out front to Borden, who is stopped by Saros. The Preds maintain their 3-2 lead after 40. Even play through the first 5 minutes of the third period. The Preds are sporting a 20-0-1 record when leading after 2 periods coming into this tilt, as the Kraken try to find some energy, some will, some way to possibly tie this game back up again. At about the 8-minute mark, play behind Saros to his right, Josi and former teammate Calle Jarnkrok are tied up fighting for the puck. I wonder if Josi might have whispered to him, "Hey, buddy, miss you. I'm going to skate away with the puck now because I'm stronger and faster than you are." Later, the Preds are able to kill off a crucial too many men on the ice call that the Preds took at the wrong time, even though it would have been nice if ESPN Plus could have possibly shown us a replay of it to ensure that it was a legit penalty and the linesman counted players properly. Former Pred Colin Blackwell is able to carry the puck into the Preds zone, and Matt Duchene, with a clean, beautiful body blow, lays him out and says, "No, you're not coming in to score." With about 6.5 left to go in the third period, you've got Jordan Eberle of the Kraken, who's able to skate and fight into the Preds zone. He's able to get past Mattias Ekholm, but he cannot beat the Preds' last defender of this game. You see, Saros stops him. Late, the Preds would earn a too many men on the ice power play that the Kraken would take, but the first great chance on the following 2 minutes would actually be the Kraken on a 2-on-1 shorthanded, as Wenberg gets it over to Calle Jarnkrok, but Saros was there to stop him with the glove, and I'm sure Saros is like, "Come on, bro, I know all your moves in practice. You gotta try something different to beat me, buddy." Later, as that same power play is winding down, the Preds have the puck in the Kraken zone. Mikhail Grinland has the puck at the blue line, and he just fires away at the net. Phil Forsberg down low gets a tip on it, and standing right on the red line to collect Forsberg's rebound is number 95, Matt Duchene. He scores the Preds' 4th goal of the game past Grubauer, improving the Preds' 4th best road power play of the game and keeping him on pace with his line mate. That is Matt Duchene's 20th goal of the season. The Kraken pull Grubauer with about 2 minutes and change left to go in regulation, but aren't able to sustain any real pressure, and the Preds win this game 4-2. By defeating Seattle, Saros now only has 2 teams left in the league that he hasn't recorded at least 1 win against: Buffalo and Toronto. He'll have at least 1 more chance against each team this season to accomplish that feat. It's good to see that that 4-game blip was just that, a blip. Good teams go through blips like this. The Preds aren't a great team as far as we can tell right now, but they are a good enough team, and they should make the playoffs come the end of April. Solid effort by the Kraken. I have to give them props in a losing cause, as they kept this game close and tried to win this game for their teammate Calle Jarnkrok, former Pred, who already did win a game against the Preds this season, but you knew in his home debut against them was going to fight like hell to beat them again, including that great shorthanded 2-on-1 chance late in the third. Decent special teams effort by this team, as you only allow the power play goal because you allowed them to have a 5-on-3, but fortunately, you didn't allow them to have any other man advantage damage done against you, and you improved your power play that is one of the best in the league on the road. Now, this Preds team is only going to have one game in the next 6 days, and it's tomorrow night in Edmonton against an Oilers team that has been sliding as of late, but appears to have turned their ship around with their comeback wins in their last 2 games. Do not get rusty thinking about your time off that is coming up and exact some revenge against a team that embarrassed you 5-2 in that same building you're going to be playing in tomorrow back in November. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, hit like if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. You can find my social media by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. We all know that Forsberg is going to catch leg one. It's just a matter of time. We all hope he'll just be able to do it at home in front of Preds Nation in Bridgestone.